strictly Boston. We're filming at Work Bar Boston in Boston. Naturally, that's because we're in Boston Week. I'm Alfonso Santinello. The woman on the show, Carter Veneramo, is down at the other end, and we have special guest Janae Duane, and we actually have a guest from Western Mass who now lives in Boston and has been on before, Dave Gogel. Guys, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
And today we have some topics from all different retrospects. We're going to go over Obama's wanting more startups to go public, birth control pills on recall, and Walmart's they're moving their greeters, whatever. So we'll go in and we'll start with Obama seeks on-ramp for startup to go public. They're making it easier for small companies to raise money by selling shares to the public as part of the package of proposals intended to aid small businesses. So they're wanting it's going to be easier for them to promote and sell shares of the business than it has been ever before, which is awesome for startups. I think there's certain things, stipulations that are going to come with it, but from the article, they're putting more pros than cons. So I think it'll be something that's going to change how startups are going to evolve.
Well, what's great is that in early 2011, Ernst & Young had reported that startups and smaller companies were actually filling the pipeline for IPOs. And so, but the biggest problem is that those IPOs were mostly Chinese. So what's great about this is that this really brings to light what Obama said within his State of the Union address, that it's all about bringing business back to the U.S.
Yep.
It's all about helping the small business owner, and I think that this is really a first step towards that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree. Everybody heard the call to action in the State of the Union address. And I think this administration has really shown that they appreciate small business. And working in management consulting, I would say more than half of the projects that come across my desk have to do with SOX compliance and SOX reporting. Obviously, that's a huge part of this initiative. And saying that a smaller company doesn't have to deal with that for that 5-year period, and the resources, money, and just the planning that goes into that, taking that off the table and letting them focus on growing the business is huge. And it really does show that they know what's going on in startups and how important it is for those small companies to go public sooner than later.
Yeah. You know anything to stop it?
I do actually,
Oh,
and
okay.
you didn't think I did. But
All right, let's wait for it, guys. Ready?
I love to surprise you.
Okay.
No, there's a lot of pros and cons to having
Yeah.
an IPO. A lot of the cons are due to the legal and accounting fees that come with having an IPO, because you have to report to the SEC. But bottom line is that gives them access to greater capital markets, which means more capital inflows. So
Yeah.
really great for Obama. That's where I lose it.
And next topic. Next topic, they're doing a recall on birth control pills. The drug maker, and I don't know how to pronounce it. Pfizer. Yeah, I don't buy birth control pills, so I wouldn't know.
So he says.
We'll talk about that on the health show. But they recalled about 1 million packs of birth control pills that weren't packaged correctly. So it might raise the risk of unnatural, unwanted pregnancies naturally. So they believed that there's only 30 packs that were, messed up. So they actually recalling millions of them in the U.S. I think it's going to cause the next baby boom generation. That's good. If you're going to recall how many, now they're going to look at not just them, but all the other birth controls too.
Well, but the thing is this, and I used to do social media for the largest law marketing agency in the world, and what women do not know are the side effects of many of the birth controls out there. So, there's 12-year-olds that are having their kidneys removed and their uteruses removed. So there are many dangers, not only just the danger of pregnancy, but I will say that it's a good thing that Susan B. Komen just reinstated their funds.
Well,
Just saying.
we all know that there's 2 things you can put in your mouth that will prevent it.
Wow. Can I put that show again?
Oh man, we're just gonna be like on the 3rd episode after the 3rd train.
No,
the two things are...
Pfizer was reporting that there was no births reported yet.
Yeah.
But I have a difficult time.
It hasn't been 9 months. How are they gonna
Exactly,
know?
that's what I'm saying. So they can't really like have that umbrella of like saying, well, you know, nobody's got pregnant, so nobody needs to be alarmed. But I mean, how long ago were these pills issued?
I think they were saying December was when
Yeah.
the report started.
Okay, so
coming
if we all do the math, it's not going to come up. I mean, and I don't know.
I guess we're just gonna have to wait for
It just goes to show
7
you that you
months.
need to take other precautionary measures besides just your birth control pills.
I don't play devil's advocate here, and I think Pfizer did a really good job. I mean, if you look at the segment of their business, you know, obviously Pfizer is the biggest drug company out there.
Yeah.
This is a really small percentage of their business. I think I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but they said like $7.5 million was all that this company brings in, and that's including the name brand and the generics that they're selling. So for them to go and rework their factory line, the way they're packaging the blister packs, announced that they didn't have to go public with it, they did. And this, I mean, Pfizer's a big brand. I mean, this could hurt them. The fact that they did all this, they took these steps, and they recently released the change that they made to their production line.
Great PR team.
I think that they did a good job with this spin, and I don't think it's going to get much further than it is.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing, if anything, it's going to be months down the road that people are going to say, and you can start hearing they're suing Pfizer for
Right.
whatever. Other than that, that's the last thing a baby wants to be known as.
A Pfizer baby?
Yeah.
Pfizer accident?
Yeah.
I'm a Pfizer.
Lastly, Walmart moves its greeters. There's been a lot of changes since Sam Walton passed. And I guess one of the biggest, people are making a big deal about this. I really don't know what the big deal is, but they're moving the people that welcome you at the entrance. They're moving them to the cash register, which I think will be more annoying at the cash register because you can't walk away from them. They're there. So they recently announced it, and they're going to be doing it even in their 24-hour stores. So there's going to be someone always there. And I don't know. For me, I mean, I don't think that's a smart move. I think it's going to annoy. I mean,
Well, I'm curious, like, what about someone actually greeting you as you walk into a store is annoying?
No, I'm talking about
What
at
do you
the
say?
No. I'm talking about at the register, not at the entrance. At the entrance,
You
it's
mean
high,
it'd be more
whatever.
annoying if they relocate?
No, I don't
Yeah.
know. You might want to play that tape back. I heard something different.
I'm gonna have Walmart greeters start attacking me.
You might. With their canes.
Well, that's my fear. Like, I mean, I don't mean to be stereotyping the greeters at Walmart, but
You are.
I am. So, I said the racist joke before, so now I'm going to go again. So, the people that seem to be the greeters are either elderly or maybe like disabled in some sort of a way. And I feel like this is a way for Walmart to try to like eliminate them, because what they're saying is that some of these people are going to be relocated to like back stock and things like that. And they also need to know like the product knowledge of the store, because they're going to be relocated to the register, and they're expected to know where everything is in the store. So I feel like Walmart is doing this as a way to say like, hey, this is what we're doing, but they're really eliminating jobs.
I agree.
Do you think it brings up a branding issue though? I mean, again, I grew up in Western Mass and I live here, never really near a Walmart. What I know from Walmart is kind of just what's out there in the media. And what I know about Walmart is there was a movie where a woman had a baby in Walmart, and Walmart has greeters. Like, that's what I know. So I
Was it
think,
a Pfizer?
you know what I mean? So I think to take something that they've spent so long, and that's like the one good thing out of all the negative thing that has to do with Walmart is people, they employ people who maybe couldn't get other jobs as greeters. And I mean, the low wage that they make and the margin that's going to be there, why wouldn't you keep that for the people like me who don't know anything else about your business, but you have greeters?
Yeah.
I just don't get that.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on. And we're going to be right back with a interview with Apptopia, which is actually fairly new in Boston. So we'll see you guys in a bit. And welcome back. I'm here with Jonathan Kay from Apptopia, which is within a month or so, very, very new, right? Or you've been working on it for a while now.
Exactly.
It's been publicized recently. You're formerly from Grasshopper, so tell us a little bit about Apptopia and what it is.
Yeah, so Apptopia is a marketplace that broker the sale of items.
Okay.
And so what I mean by that is we're talking about ownership. We're talking about transferring the code, the revenues, the users. We're talking about like a micro business acquisition, right? So you build a Spanish English translator app and you want to sell it. You want to exit that app. There's no real way for you to do that right now. So we're providing a marketplace that facilitates it.
And how'd you come up with this idea?
So my partner had built an app called G-Push, which a year and a half ago was the 17th most paid for app on the entire App Store.
Wow.
He essentially capitalized on an iPhone upgrade, an iPhone update that was opened up like push notifications. He's like, Gmail, he's like, you guys move slow, I'll build something that does push notifications for Gmail before Google does. Wildly popular, right? Making like, these guys were making like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a week.
Awesome.
And they didn't know, right? And like, they didn't, you know, they didn't know what to do, but eventually they wanted out.
Yeah.
They're still making this much money, they didn't know what to do. They started, you know, Google kind of played around with them. They started calling competitors. They didn't know what to do. They had a wildly profitable business, and they didn't like know how to enter it. They didn't know where to go, who to talk to. What do? Do you blog? Do you tweet about it?
Yeah.
And so that frustration kind of accumulated there. But then you start to see, like, as a consumer, I bet you everyone in this room has a flashlight app on their smartphone, regardless of what smartphone it is. And when you search flashlight in the iPhone or in any marketplace, there's like 117 different options.
Yeah.
That's inefficient as a consumer, right? You don't need that.
Yeah. You want to do.
You need a couple.
So as for you personally, what is your background? So how did everything lead up into Apptopia?
Yeah, so I spent the last 3 years running like the marketing function for Grasshopper.com, formerly the ambassador of Buzz. As I Google searched ambassador of Buzz yesterday, and my picture came up. I thought that was like kind of a strange thing. Sorry for the side tangent, but so I kind of ran the marketing for Grasshopper, and I had a background of helping entrepreneurs, like generating word of mouth, like getting people to understand something that they might not understand, and get them to fucking care a lot, right? And that goes a long way. And so I kind of took that to running this business and like building something from nothing, right? This idea never existed. How do you get developers to start like talking about your ideas in forums when they've never even met you before?
And you guys haven't actually launched yet.
Right, so this is actually what I at least think is the coolest part about our business, man, is that we officially launch our like public-facing, fantastic, scalable website March 1st, right? But we're running the marketplace completely offline right now.
Oh, nice.
I'm like an old school app broker. I have 145 apps for sale, and we've already completed 2 transactions that are valued at like $17,000. And we haven't even launched the website yet.
That's awesome.
Talk about like proving out your hypothesis, right?
Yeah, right. So what's the website going to be so when they're watching this they can take notes or watch it over again?
Apptopia.com, A-P-P.
Well, how'd you come up with the name?
Dude, I was lying in bed, probably hungover one morning. And
you probably know Ivana. Ivana's hungover all the time she comes on.
And so essentially what happened was we had spent like multiple, like full days trying to think of a name. I have like a document that has 1,000 completely made up words of URLs that are available. And eventually I was like, dude, as a business owner, you're wasting too much time.
Yeah.
Think about it, like figure it out. And I was hungover one morning lying in bed and it came to me. And we just like immediately started negotiating with this guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to tell the viewers?
No, I mean, listen, if you know...
Okay, well, I'm not kidding. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, you know, that's what we do. Like, we really care about this a lot. If you know a mobile app developer, we're so appreciative. Like, talk about us. Like, email me, john@apptopia.com. Like, I'm just more than happy to help you in any way I can. So,
Great, John. Thanks so much for coming on. And this concludes episode 2 of Strictly Boston, and we will be back with one more episode. And see you guys next time.